Hey everyone, Matt, why don't you hit play?
I hit play.
Okay, so hi everyone, welcome back. We're doing another watch along. If you haven't watched the first one, we watched the pilot episode of Deadwood. Matt had never seen it before, so that was our fun way to introduce it since we were doing the two most famous Deadwood characters, and we're doing one more episode of it. So this is the episode that Wild Bill gets shot.
Whoa,
You knew
spoiler
that.
alert.
You've already listened to a podcast. So there's no spoilers there. I refuse to believe there are spoilers in history. So deal with it.
If
Come
you don't
at
know
me.
he dies, what have you been doing?
Matt, you might want to turn up your audio.
Huh?
Oh, never mind. I have sound playing. Of
I was
course,
going to say, can you not hear me?
But nope, that makes so much more sense now. So, if you've missed the first episode of us doing this, we're just going to literally watch the show and talk about it. The difference is Matt's seen a couple episodes of Deadwood, and, well, we've just done the episodes on Swearingen and Bullock last night. So he has some background is what he has. What are your thoughts on Deadwood so far?
I like it. I'm only through 3 episodes, though. And when did we watch the first episode? Like
a month,
couple months ago.
But you've also been a fairly busy boy.
Right.
Marathons to run.
I've only watched, 7 seasons of other shows. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, funny.
And I mean, so what just happened is they killed dude because he thought he got
dandy.
duped.
I just know him as the Dandy. I don't think he has a real name. His last name is Garrett.
Bart or something, isn't it? I don't know. He wasn't that big. He wasn't that big of a character. But they found gold on his land.
They did, which was a real turn of events because a
dude saw it.
I know, but they weren't expecting to find gold on that lot.
No, but a dude saw him get killed, so he'll be like,
"Yep." Jack McCall coming in hot.
No, it's kind of been building this up for the first few episodes. I mean, finally, the last time they played cards, he freaked out and Bill just went off on him, calling him a bunch of C words.
Well, when Bill put up his pistols to gamble, well, one, you got to think as McCall, why would he put up those pistols? He ain't going to lose. Whatever hand he has, he's not losing those pistols. So
I know, those are some nice pistols.
They just sold at auction, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they sold for, I can't remember, but yeah, you can look him up. It's actually his pistols.
Was it a lot of money?
6 figures.
What?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. God dang it. Really, I need to look that up. I can remember the picture. Now. I remember the auction house and like the stamp because I was going to put it on a quick draw. And now I guess I can't.
150,000.
There it is.
Well, it says it's estimated that they cost more than 150,000.
Right.
Yep, nearly 150,000. And the picture of it, there's like no trigger. Weird.
Wild Bill took it with him. Now that you know things about Bullock, what are your initial thoughts on him?
He seems like he has a short fuse.
Yes.
I don't know why he's so angry all the time.
I think David Milch has like a quote saying that he believed Bullock was afraid of what was inside. There was a monster there.
Of himself?
Yeah, Bullock was afraid of like that inner monster inside.
I gotta say though, oh man, that's a weird shirt. Like it buttons up in the back. What's going on? See that?
I don't. Are you talking about Hickok?
No. What part are you on?
I mean,
he's talking to Bullock, right?
Yeah, Hickok and Bullock. 453, 54, 55.
Yeah, look at Bullock's shirt. It's
No,
super goofy.
I think it's just a nightshirt, some long johns, and What did you think? This is the episode previous, but when when Hickok is helping Bullock build his building, and the guy is like saying, "Oh, I saw you in Hartford, Connecticut," and then the other guy like scrums him off, and then you get to kind of see Bill like completely over celebrity. I like that scene. I don't know why I like that scene so much, but I really enjoy it.
Are you talking about the guy that was asking to like have him shoot cards in and?
No, that was with Utter, I think.
Yeah, dang, you remember the show very well. Did you just watch the episode or no?
I watched it like last week.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, holy crap, you freaking have a great memory.
That's incorrect.
That's another thing, though. Was Bill pretty bad at poker?
It wasn't great. Bad probably isn't the word. Was he a professional gambler? No.
Because when he lost or when he won with the hand where he bet his revolvers, he's like, wow, Bill, you won one hand.
Right. Yeah, I guess.
Or you finally took me.
I think he said like that's one in a row for you, Bill.
That's right. Yeah, that's what he said.
Do you ever like, not that I've been in a tremendous amount of fights, but like when somebody is like talking trash and like they're talking above their weight, like you're just like, dude, you understand that if this came to anything,
that's the worst when you see videos of people that are talking mad crap, like, "Oh, I'm gonna kick you up," and then the guy comes over and just like one punch and they just get knocked out, and you're like,
yeah. We're not condoning violence, but maybe some people need to understand that they're not fighters. I'm not a fighter. I'm not going to tell you.
Never been.
Been in one or two, nothing like serious. I mean, let's be honest. They weren't so much. They were hot messes, is what they were. It wasn't like we were doing a 52 round bout.
Did this guy exist?
Charlie Utter?
Yeah.
Him and Calamity Jane were rumored love interests.
Really?
Yes. And I think, but Utter was also much younger than the actor that plays him.
I like this guy that plays Bill. I think he does a really good job.
He's a really good Wild Bill. Sometimes I think his voice just gets a little bit too gravelly, but like, other than that, man, they nail his tone. I also like the guy that plays Charlie Utter, but I feel like his character he always plays, it's like the wise old sympathetic dude, like I wish you would just listen to me. I have some wise things to say.
He's got that face about him.
He does.
So after Bill dies, does he stick around or?
Yes, that's true in real life too. He stays in Deadwood till like, I think just before or after the Great Fire. Hey, look, a kerosene lamp. A kerosene lamp. A kerosene was three of them in the shop.
Last episode, they were lighting them.
Yeah.
They took like they had like big sticks with flames on it, lighting it. I go, hey, I know that. Oh, there he is.
Yep, he is
Detective Lassiter.
Yep.
When did season 1 come out?
2003.
Okay, so yeah, it was before he would go on to star in 7 seasons of the TV show Psych. 3 movies.
Alma Garrett, who I mean, it's not that I really saved the spoiler from you first episode, but I just know her as the Widow Garrett because that's what she's going to be referred to as most of the show.
Really?
Yeah, so like I almost said the Widow Garrett like 3 times in the first time we did this. I'm really happy I didn't, but I basically ruined it anyway.
She is like so dependent on laudanum.
Yeah, she is. Farnham, by the way, is a real person. He was the actual first mayor of Deadwood. I don't know if he was a lackey for Swearingen.
EB?
Yeah. And now Al wants that plot of land that he owned originally, sold to Garrett, and now he kind of wants it back.
So now he wants to try and offer the widow.
Yes.
Well, because I'm sure there's more than 20K of gold in there.
Yes.
Does it ever say? Does it ever say?
I can't remember, but
like
you'll
how much
have to watch
it's worth
to finish the story.
She told him not to go. She said, I don't think it's a good idea. That's a big gash.
Yeah. Actually, I think I'm just a little ahead of you. So I'm going. Tell me when you first see Swearingen.
I'm at 11:10.
Okay, then we're right there.
Swearingen.
Yep.
Now, can you sell your gold plot?
What I do like, I like this character I like this character of Farnham in here, like this he wants to be a bad guy, but he's just a bumbling idiot. But he thinks he's so smart. I love it. I'm also pretty sure polite society would not like Alma's outfit here, just in the middle of the street, wearing the inside clothes.
Right, wearing like a night dress. That's hilarious. Where she was like, "Go get the doctor. I want to see how he sustained his injuries." And well, looks like he fell. Did I ask you? I want the damn doctor, bro. She knew.
Yeah. The Widow Garrett, apparently, is a very smart cookie. Also, the guy that plays Dan is a producer or a writer. I can't remember which.
Oh, really?
Old Montana. Oh.
Man, that would be so weird. Back in the West, man, someone comes in carrying a dead guy. Like it's like common thing, you just look up from what you're doing and see a dead guy. Okay.
I think the question is, why are you carrying the dead person into town? I think that would be what I think.
Well, look what happened in the first episode.
That's true.
When they said there's a bunch of dead people, instantly suspected that guy.
Yeah, well, yeah. To be fair, that guy looked real schemy. The Hangover doc.
He always walks with a crouch, like he's crouched over.
Doc, yeah. I think he some type of pain. How long do you think that actor had to lay on the horse?
I was just thinking, dang, man, that would suck. You had to hang over the damn horse for God knows how long, and then
trying to keep your balance, and I'm sure it wasn't long, but I don't know if you've been on a horse, but they do tend you're firm on top of a horse, but it's not like they're holding you on. You have to do that balancing act yourself, and when you're just laying on your stomach.
Well, and then I'd be in that scene, I'd be like, come on, dude, can I just have my eyes closed because they have to shut them?
Right. I think this is the first time Bullock starts becoming interested in law enforcement here.
Oh, he kind of sees something's.
Yeah. Also, look at Timothy Oliphant. Not an ounce of fat.
Or a muscle, it looks like.
I was about to say, he's just a rail. You ruined this guy for me. God dang it, man.
It's true, though.
It is true, but man.
She doesn't. She's not looking for more drugs, is she?
I guess I don't know.
You just watch and find out.
The show will eventually tell you.
No, I got to know before the show. It seems that way.
Except for that note that said I was pushed.
Just carries that around just in case he actually did slip and fall. This man was pushed.
Oh, now she's insulted. Let's talk about my dead husband. Why are we talking about my laudanum addiction?
I wonder how hard it is to break that.
Well, I mean, you have to go through withdrawals. It is opium. Nasty is what it would be.
What'd you say?
It would be nasty is what it would be.
When I worked at a jail, I saw a lot of withdrawals.
Yeah. When did you work at a jail?
I do a little bit of everything, Eric.
Look at you. I never knew that. When did you work at a jail?
Well, I was still married, so.
Oh.
So what is that, like 2015?
Yeah.
And that was the main reason people came in. Drug arrests. You can actually go online and look and see who's all in the jail and what they've done. It's crazy.
Yeah. That was public record, but.
Is that is that every jail? You can do that with every jail?
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was just like a Minnesota thing. I mean, I don't spend my time going.
She doesn't want the drugs.
She threw him against the wall. He's like, ma'am, that was very expensive.
That's like, ma'am, you don't understand what you've just done. I mean, obviously, this is where she's starting to realize, oh, I'm here by my absolute self now. Fantastic. Didn't want to be here to begin with, and now the idiot is dead.
Then he knocks on the door. Oh, you need anything, ma'am?
I'd like to say something to your face. That's great.
Oh, what's he gonna say? Tell me, Eric, quick, before she opens the door. Quick!
You know, for alarm bells. Oh, for God's sakes, and even undercuts her. Swearingen said to go to her with a $20,000 bid, and he just hit her with a $12,000.
Dude, he's such a scum, dude.
Right? He plays it so well, but like she was already first off, Farnham, read the room, buddy. You hear her crying from the door, and then she is already suspected of foul play. She asked for the doctor for a reason. She asked you to get him, and now you knock on the door. By the way, can I buy your claim?
And then she looked and was like, I need some drugs.
I really regret throwing that up against the wall now.
Foreshadowing. I'm pretty sure last episode, yeah, he saw her.
Calamity? Yeah, she moved to Mia.
They made like a look at each other.
Oh, I mean, I won't spoil much for you. That doesn't happen. What do you think of Jane so far?
She's all right.
Yeah.
She thinks she comes off more buffoonish than anything.
Correct. You and 1870s Deadwood agree on something.
But she's just so like when Swearinger came to get the girl and she was like, told the doctor, like, I won't let anyone come through. And then he came in and she was like,
yeah, a lot of bluster. It is weird to me that she worked for Swearingen in real life.
Mm-hmm. That is a little goofy, isn't it?
I mean, I don't know. It's not like Jane had a lot of options, but
they really play into that she was like in love with him.
In Bill, yeah. I don't know if it's in love or just like starstruck. And I can't believe I know Wild Bill and he knows my name. It's how I perceive it. Cy Tolliver, old Curly Bill Brocious from Tombstone. I forget the actor's name who plays him, but he plays a Wild West bad guy very well.
This dang $50 a week. Well, now, I know she's one of the owners, isn't she?
She is the what do they call it? The madam. She's in charge of the girls.
She's in charge of the ladies.
Yes.
$50 a visit.
I think people would be shocked by the prices in these boom towns. It's almost not modern prices, but we went over it in Swearingen episode. He was charging like $2 for a beer, which to me seems like, wouldn't that be 15 cents or something? You know, like people would be shocked
right.
by how much money.
Well, no, you know, it's funny that you say that. There was a tent in the last episode that I saw where it was selling like a regular steak, 75 cents, a T-bone, $1.
Yep.
Porterhouse, $1.25. I'm like, dang, and you got $2 for a beer?
Dude, yeah. I mean, beer's one of those things. Anytime there's let's introduce Dr. Volan back into the mix here. But what he would always tell us is Americans would always complain about government and politics, and then they would establish a new town. And what's the first thing they set up? Government, a church, and a bar. Those are always the first three things that are decided when somebody sits around. And you're like, that checks out.
Now, who's this Andy?
Andy.
He just came in. To the... I offered 12. He's right, though. It's like, bro, I asked you not to play her.
But if he could get it, but imagine how happy Swearingen would be if he got it for 12.
And she said, yeah, to 12.
Actually, he would still be very annoyed. He would still be like, I said 20. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God. Did you just hear that? And he's like, well, fine. If she says 12, maybe there's something in it for you. And he's like, hint at it. What am I getting?
Yeah. He is very good with the open-ended threats. He won't tell you exactly what's going to happen, but he'll let your imagination fill that out.
Man, just spitting on the floor.
Yeah. You can always trust Wild Bill.
He makes it does make him seem like the like an ultimate good guy.
Yeah. He was a lawman. I think Bill was a good guy.
He killed his friend.
He did, but that was
on accident.
And then he never shot anyone again. Never mind, he was basically going blind, but he never shot anyone again.
He almost did. He kept shooting into the damn rafters with that light.
Yeah, but he was shooting for a spotlight. You try going on stage half hungover and have some jerk put a spotlight in your eye.
And then you try and go for the whiskey and it's tea.
I love that. I just love that story. And then a legitimately annoyed Hickok then has to deal with it as they try to fool him every day because they thought it was a funny bit and Hickok just wanted his whiskey. For those who haven't listened, I'm going to assume if you're watching this, you've listened to most of our episodes, but we've done an episode on Wild Bill where that would make sense, but a context would be filled out. He traveled with Buffalo Bill Cody for a while, just before he came to Deadwood. We have
to still do Buffalo Bill, don't we?
We do. I have his book. Went to South Dakota over break, and that's one of the sources I'll use.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bill Cody.
It's actually really surprising how hard it is to find a biography on him. There's a lot of like his autobiography is everywhere, but there's not a lot of like full.
Well, that should be the main source. You hear from the man himself. No one ever lies.
Nope. From what I can tell, though, I like Buffalo Bill so much for the most part.
He do a couple bad things.
I don't know. Well, he depending on your tolerance for animal murder, he did murder a lot of buffalo with the intent of basically driving the Indians off of their land. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, he was paid to do it. It wasn't like he was the mastermind of this plot, but yes. Farnham just looks like, to me, someone who is constantly sweating and always uncomfortable.
He does say he always has sweaty hands, right?
Clammy or palmy, but yeah, something like that. I would have really enjoyed watching real life Al Swearingen and Bullock or in a Hickok meet, which was possible. It likely happened.
Swearingen and Hickok?
Uh-huh.
Probably not this bad, though.
Isn't that a sentence we wish we could all say? Newspaper man.
They're all just sitting there with like, what are they saying?
I mean, it's not like Swearingen was like a Wild West legend, but like Hickok clearly was. In this town, this would have been like two heavyweights meeting. So I really like how they're building this up. Ian McShane does such a good job of like staring you in the face and lie to you and convince everyone. And you just know it he does it so well. For those who haven't watched the episode before this, I think the Garrett threatened to bring in the Pinkertons if Swearingen didn't sell his land back.
Which is interesting because I brought up the Pinkertons yesterday when we were talking about these two, but I had yet to hear that.
See, and that's what I assumed that you were talking about because you asked about Bullock specifically being a Pinkerton. And I was like, well, I think that tracked in my head, but I don't believe he was ever affiliated with the Pinkertons or even had the opportunity to.
Oh man, my heart would be, if I was that guy, my hands would be sweaty still.
Farnham or who?
EB. Because they're talking about him now, like, why is the innkeeper making the
right
the bid? And he's like, this is like I'm a cusser, okay? I say cuss words quite a bit.
Yep.
But I hate when it's like forced. And I feel like for Swearingen, like he cusses a lot and it's like super forced. Like what he just said there, where he's like, well, I hope she effing likes it. It's like, bro, come on,
right.
Chill.
See, I think to me that comes across as he's trying to use like an intimidation tactic. Because like the words at the time would have been shocking to most ears. Not that they were like immune to like curse words or that they didn't exist, but the amount of times he uses it makes me think he was trying to put people off edge if they weren't used to it. And it was just an easy manipulation tactic.
Like, I am this kind of man.
Yes. A way to make them unsettled without actually doing anything.
Now, they got a point, though, because probably, I'm guessing back then, if you lose your husband, you're going to go home.
Well, I would like to think that if someone died on a mineral strike claim, a land claim, it was similar to like when the King of England used to go on a trip and there was a hunting accident, because there was a span where a lot of English kings were murdered on hunting accidents.
No, they were going on hunting trips, all right, but it was them that was getting hunted.
I was about to say, and that's exactly it. The prey was not what the king thought it was. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I never told us who we were going to do next, probably because I didn't think about it. Typically, I have these planned out, but I'm caught up on episodes, so I kind of decided this morning. I've had this book for a year. I think we're going to do Pearl Hart.
Who's the Untold Story? Wildcat.
That's right.
Do you know?
I also like the author, John Bessenbecker. Is
much about him? Her?
Outlaw. I don't think we've had a woman outlaw yet.
No, we haven't. Interesting.
We thought it was Calamity, but that was incorrect.
She wasn't anything but a storyteller.
Right. There's really like two really famous female outlaws. There's Pearl, and then there's Belle Starr.
Haven't heard of either of them.
Right. But I know nothing about Pearl Hart right now, so I'm really excited to start that. I just need to find another source for her, and then ideally like an overarching book is what I try to do. But
I'm trying to look up this movie I watched, and it had historical figures. One of them was a bad guy, female. Let me look her up quick.
Probably Belle.
It might have been a fake. I know that it was sprinkled with.
It could have also been.
Have we done Stagecoach Mary?
Nope, not yet. She'll be interesting though. I hope there's actual, because Stagecoach Mary was a black female ex-slave, I believe. So my worry is there's not a lot of documentation on her. But I haven't really started working on her yet either. I know very little about her other than the very general outlook.
The person I looked at or was thinking of is called Trudy Smith. But it said that she is a real person, but there's like no history on her.
This is why I like to bring it back to Deadwood, which is why I think it was so smart to do this town, because the fire of 79 destroys every record. So like you have so much creative freedom because you don't really know. You can fill in with whatever you want.
And it's not like you can go,
that
didn't happen.
Did it? Like, prove it. I can't get over just how bad McCall's mustache is. I know they did it on purpose, but like, for God's sakes, man, get a razor and at least like even that stuff out. I sympathize with that.
Oh no.
I'm so guilty of that. Of
keeping the tags on?
I get so paranoid whenever I get anything new that I check 4 times, and then undoubtedly someone at work's like, "Hey, do you know that the sticker is still on your collar?" God dang it.
The worst is when they started putting those stickers that run across like a shirt or something that says like large XL, whatever it is. And then oh man, I don't know how many
which is just the most humiliating thing you can imagine, is somebody like, "Oh, I didn't see this 8-inch long sticker on the front of my shirt."
I know, right? Or it's sometimes they put like a little like stupid dot sticker too. Those are the worst.
Not that you're probably going to look at me differently, but I tried. I almost ruined a shirt one time because do you know how they put like that clear collar in like the collar part of the shirt?
Yeah.
Completely forgot that was in there, and I tried like undoing. I almost ripped the shirt, and I try to look like the world's most like angry turtle trying to like put my head through the stupid thing.
Yeah, it's to keep the collar all nice and straight or whatever.
Sol Star, future mayor of Deadwood.
Soul.
Solomon Star. Be the mayor of Deadwood for a real long time, like 14 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He was really liked, huh?
I mean, he was a really good politician, it sounds like. It might be a big deal that she heard that conversation with Swearingen and Dan the night that Dan killed him. For anyone keeping track at home, I'm at 39 minutes. And now 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7, 8.
So, he's so angry.
Quick temper, that Bullock, or that. Well, they both did, I guess. Which is the parallel you wouldn't expect. Both of them had very quick tempers.
So let me get this straight. Deadwood, the TV show, is making it seem like Swearingen is gonna be the reason Hickok needs to die.
No, I don't. Is that what they're?
He just said Swearingen's, or he just said Hickok's got to die if I have to do it myself.
Yeah, well, that's because Hickok is investigating that claim. But yes, I guess. I think to me that just shows you more of like what Swearingen would do. He was not afraid to kill anyone that was in his path type thing, including a legend.
But little do they know, they brought in the hardware guys.
That's right. They're going to need a better team name. The hardware guys is not the best. Suddenly a lot more uncomfortable now knowing about Swearingen and his relationship with Trixie.
Yeah.
Not that it should have been comfortable beforehand, but
that's using your noggin, that's like using your noggin, Al. Don't point your thumb at me, Trixie. I could have played Dan.
Yep. Yes, you could have. And you would have been so good at it.
One way or another, I tell it to you. There's something going on. See?
Look at you and your Georgia accent.
Georgia. What's up with him?
He's a bit sick. I can't remember. What is this? I know what. How was this guy introduced in the show again?
He just came in this episode. He's the guy I asked you about, and you went, who?
Oh, I must have completely missed that.
He came in and they're like, how does he look? And he's like he just been on a tractor or a wagon for 3 weeks.
You're not going to
look like
joke,
Jeremy Renner.
But there's going to be a series of scenes with him and Calamity Jane, and all he's going to say is, "I apologize. I apologize."
This guy?
Yes. And it's just, I will, every time somebody says those two exact words, I go back to this guy and I apologize. I don't think it's this episode. I think it's the next like 2 or 3 episodes that will make sense. But anyone who is on a second run of Deadwood and is watching this understands what I'm talking about. And I'd like to think you have a smile on your face.
Do you know him? Do you know this guy character?
Cy Tolliver? I don't think he's real. Because, I mean, the Bella Union wasn't open very long. And for a while, it was owned by Billy Nuttall, who runs the Nuttall and Mann Saloon.
It says there is no record of ever a Cy Tolliver ever being in Deadwood even.
Yeah. The newspaper guy, though, is a legit person. How close they get on his character, I have no idea. But the Black Hills Pioneer.
You said Tom Miller, right?
Tom Miller.
It says the owner of the Bella Union was a Tom Miller.
Are you looking at the Deadwood wiki?
The Bella Union.
Because there was a time where Billy Nuttall, I think when it opened or when they were building it, I think it was Billy Nuttall. But maybe I'm mistaken. It's going to drive me nuts.
It says in Calamity Jane, Henry Miller is the proprietor of the town saloon and theater.
What's the name of this person you're saying?
Tom Miller.
Oh, okay. 17. What does it say about Tom Miller? Tom Miller, proprietor of and blackface performer at the Bella Union. Wonderful. That's a great combination. He did own the Bella Union, and he performed in blackface. Great.
Fuck people, man.
Great. When did he? Okay, so 17, 20. What happened then? Oh yeah, he was the one that. Okay, here's where it makes sense. 2 pages later. So they're talking about, in this part of the book, the source is Al Swearingen by Jerry Bryant and Barbara Pfeiffer. Main source in Swearingen's episode. They're talking about the brass band that they hired during the grand opening of the gym. Do you remember that? They did the brass band. Yep. Its campaign was something of a sneak attack. The night the Bella Union Brass Band assembled on Upper Main Street, playing while marching up and down the street, potential customers thought this was part of the gym's opening celebrations and joined the parade. The parade ended inside the Bella Union, not the gym. The crowd suddenly disbanded and was noisy stampede across the street. Tom Miller took on different partners and went back to performing while Billy Nuttall managed the Bella Union during the winter of 1877 to 1878. So I messed up on my timeline a little bit, but I'm not crazy that Nuttall was there.
Just a sketch.
That is just a really long-winded answer of me saying, I know I was wrong, but here's why. I wonder how Bill was interacting with kids.
So the fever's gone.
Oh yeah, she's crushing real hard. Can't even make eye contact.
That language she was speaking, Swedish.
Yeah, I have captions on and it said
yeah, this is exactly how I'm
So before you try to pretend and fool the world that you know how to speak Swedish, let me tell you.
Apparently having subtitles on saves a lot of time.
Now, would have really impressed me if you would have just said exactly what you said, because all the captions just said is speaking in Swedish.
Speak Swedish, yeah.
Which I like. The captioner was just like, I'm not translating that. No. Do you remember the letter that Hickok sends to his wife?
Mm-hmm. You think that's it right there?
Yeah. It's like one of his only possessions. There's a sash. It's where he's going to keep his guns so he can do his cross draw. Hello.
Creepers.
I was not ready for that. You go from Wild Bill just standing there stoically, because I don't know if you can tell. They're setting up or something, and then there's just a big view of Swearingen. Smallpox. That's what
he's got smallpox?
I believe so.
Let me tell you, doesn't smallpox usually kill?
Hefty percentage. Oh, there's McCall.
Eating his breakfast. Whoa. Is that like chicken legs or something?
It looked like like the foot of a chicken or something like that. McCall had the same reaction you did.
Dang.
Yeah, that little, not even subtle racism for that. I don't know why he meowed like a cat, but well, obviously I do. He was insinuating that he was eating cat. I get it, but
This isn't looking good. Feels like this is the last game he's ever going to play.
What gives you that idea? He's a Nuddle and Man Saloon. He's been here loads. Oh, look, his back is to the door. No, Wild Bill. This can't be. You wouldn't accept this.
Oh, no.
What's the worst? Are you saying something's about to happen?
Boy. Boy. Bill!
He ain't dead yet. However, you might want to just say your goodbyes.
Well, it is 2023, so he has long since passed away. But
I mean,
yeah. Got you.
Plot twist. And just more swearing. Just but a terrible human being. That look on your face says it all.
That show, man. Man, they're making for two guys, they are crushing it on that building.
Yeah. Well, and that's what all you're doing. Granted, they've had some help, but yes.
You think?
There it is.
He heard it, though. He heard him coming in.
Yeah. That seems to be fairly accurate. What happened? The saying, the guy got shot in the wrist with the bullet.
Oh shit!
Guys.
He's got boils.
Big boils.
So I had to get the smallpox vaccination.
Yeah.
And what they do is they put a little bit under your skin, like,
yeah.
Man, it hurts.
I bet. Yeah, I mean, one of the more famous stories is Washington had his army inoculated with smallpox, and they did that little incision, and that's how you
have to like, you can't touch it for like until it falls off.
Oh,
it lasted for a good month.
Yikes. But then you're immune to it. Now the build now, like obviously Bullock knows Hickok in the TV show. He might have been in town. It doesn't sound like he was. The day he entered the camp, day before or day after Hickok was shot. So like maybe in this one particular scene, it could have happened, I guess.
Everyone knows what happened.
They know there's a ruckus and it's a big deal, but this is how the town is finding out. I don't know what that guy was pointing at, but
right, it's right there. It's right there.
That's him. Bullock's like, okay, like what? Oh, Jane. This is another thing that actually did happen. Apparently, there was
what the hell? That's the head.
Yeah, there was a lot of this type of thing. You got like natives aren't necessarily all on the reservation yet. Little Bighorn just happened.
They talk about Custer.
Yeah.
Oh my God, his body's twitching.
This is where Bullock decides there must be law. And if no one's going to clean up this town, he will.
I will.
Oh, guess what Jane's about to do?
Oh, no, she's about to become an alcoholic.
Not be. She's already been an alcoholic. Also, for what it's worth, Jane is in real life about 20 years old at this point.
Oh, dang. That's it?
Yeah, she's very young.
He barely knew him, but he's crying.
Yeah. The end.
Whew, good old. See ya, Bill. He could still be alive. He was twitching a little bit.
He was twitching, but I don't think.
It's just your brain, right? Or
yeah,
what's left of it.
Some people go their whole lives without using their brain, so that's exciting.
I'm looking at him. Hey, bam, 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 bam.
Huh. That was spiteful. It's too early in the morning to be spiteful. That was just rude. So that was the 4th episode of Deadwood. You just saw Wild Bill get shot again. He gets killed every 4th episode. So, again, if you guys like this and you want us to do more of these, we probably won't do Deadwood again. Because I don't think there's a reason for us to revisit, but I do have what might be a treat. I have a lot of cheesy documentaries that are just fun to make fun of all of the actors in it and like the really bad dialogue. But so we maybe do something like that. We could maybe in October do just react to Tombstone because that happened.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
So there's a couple of these we can do. So we have a couple more ideas that we, whatever. We're all playing around. If you guys have suggestions, let us know. But I think that is our episode, and that we're just going to finish Deadwood because we've now covered 4 people. Wild Bill, he barely counts, but Calamity definitely counts, Swearingen, and then Bullock. Go watch our podcast feed if you want to go listen to that. If you're watching this on YouTube, the episodes are just on this channel that you're watching. So like and subscribe if you care. Probably be doing a quick draw in the next couple months or so. Matt has some making up to do with his pitiful performances.
I'm bringing in a ringer.
Always, and yet you always disappoint them. So with that, goodbye, everyone.
Bye.